It's Our Story. Colleen Starkloff, St. Louis, Missouri.
What, when I was talking to him? Oh,
Yeah.
probably earlier than that.
Probably earlier than that.
Well, I don't exactly have the years down exactly,
Yeah.
but we talked about it.
And now to take it to the next level, because it's kind of interesting on what's now coming up. With Mark Johnson brought this up. It's start out independent living. It's now then it's interdependency. And it's almost become an interdependency thing. It's almost become this cliche ever since Kobe made it popular in the '90s. And so it's one of those catch-all phrases now.
Right.
And then Mark Johnson pointed out that he sees it as now a self-determination. The core that it's evolved into self-determination. Do you see that? Are you hearing self-determination in St. Louis? Are you seeing that evolution beyond the next step beyond interdependency to self-determination? Or
Any discussions that I've had about independence versus interdependence have been mostly to sort of delineate the difference between independence and interdependence. But I think what has happened with the disability rights movement, particularly in where independent living is being discussed, is that we've truly redefined what independence is. So I don't get caught up with independence, interdependence, self-determination. I personally like the expression independent living. I happen to be very dedicated to it and have been over the last 35 years. But I think, to me, trying to discuss independence, interdependence, and other kinds of labels for it is, well, I don't want to say it's a trivial discussion because it's worth having the discussion, but as far as I'm concerned, if we can look at independence as an ability to manage your life and make your own decisions, which is how we defined independent living in the late 70s, early 80s, when there was a process going on to define what independent living was. What we really came down to was that independent living was about choices, making your own choices and making your decisions, making your own decisions and making choices based on a reasonable framework of options. And I still like that definition, and so I haven't really strayed from that. But when I teach in class, I do have discussions with my students about what independence is. Because if you look in the dictionary, the definition in the dictionary doesn't exactly match what we're talking about. But if you see it from the perspective of people with disabilities who are managing their own lives and making their own choices, making decisions about what they want to do and what they value and who they are, I think it's, for us, it's easy to define independence as having people in your life who assist you with things that you can't do, but the bottom line is who's making the decision. And whenever I've discussed that, when I had discussed that with Ed, that's what it came back to. But he would, the way he described it to me, and the way Max and I have talked about it too, is that independence is about managing your life. And so I don't break it down other than just to discuss it, but I don't break it down any further than that. We left Paraquad in October of 2003 and founded the Starkloff Disability Institute to deal with a range of disability-related issues. And our tagline is the Starkloff Disability Institute, redefining independence, because that's what we've always been about, redefining what independence is and accepting the definition as we understand it as being highly applicable to people who have disabilities.
The It's Our Story project is a national effort to make disability history public and accessible. Visit us at www.itsourstory.org or on the It's Our Story project YouTube channel.